Full reactions are on Patreon, or if you want, you can pull up your copy of the Apothecary Diaries, episode 4 of season 2, Mirror, and press play on it when I play when the timer is 0. Wonder what's going on there. I'll leave it. I'll leave it alone for now. I'm sure. Yeah, with the shifting lights, that was actually. It's like someone unexpected turned up in that moment. Maybe. Just like season 1, we're starting to see the moments that appear in the intro slowly turn up. This is actually so ideal because, for the most part, nothing feels like even potentially a spoiler because it's so vague that it doesn't really ruin anything. Somebody gonna drown? Maybe? Or at least almost. Ah, about time. Okay. Ooh, that's what they mean by mirror, likely. That's, Lulen's dad, right? I don't think that's what this is about. The mirror title is about. Was Gyokyo annoyed at her kind of breaking the magic a little bit of it? And her head's still attached. Cool. I wonder if this means we're going to get to learn a little bit more about the actual farther reaching politics of the palace than I might have expected at one point. 2:59. In 3, 2, 1, go. Right. Without risking damaging them. Imagine if one of them had been damaged, how would you would weather that if you wouldn't just would they just all go to waste? At this point, you might as well just officially deputize her. Look, there's just an excuse. Really? I guess it could be worse if they weren't. But this still sucks. What? 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 Is it like from a children's novel that you pulled it from or something? Not. Okay, no. Yeah, I mean, like, surely this is before in vitro fertilization would have been a thing. 452. I hope it wasn't somehow the father, but 452 and 321 go. I would tell you no. Ah, that's a pretty extreme case of the. I suppose it would be the placebo effect. I mean, without seeing the place. I mean, is it totally implausible that they were just bad at their jobs? Okay. Trying to see if you can figure it out on your own. I mean, it's obvious we're talking about the two characters that we saw earlier, but I didn't have enough to glean what was going on with that. Are you the father? No, that's not possible. And Mau's still not gonna put two and two together on that. What? For a second, I thought that was the deadly mushroom box. I was like, what? Okay. And suddenly, yeah, but that doesn't explain getting out. I mean, who's to, yeah, from a distance, they might have been working on two rabbits. That's a silly problem to have with that. If it was every day. I don't. This is. Everything else about this is so cool, but this is totally unnecessary. They could have just both been working on ducks that day. Like, I don't think any person would have questioned that part of it. So are you saying only one side was being watched because they were both over there? Hmm. I mean, you'd think at some point you'd just accept that this is the way she is. Okay. I am deeply fascinated by however this is coming together. I'm a little surprised we didn't get to see that conversation. One big difference between the books and the show is that framing wise, Jinshi gets to serve as the point of view character a fair bit more often in the show than he does in the book. It happens in the book, but it's usually brief or it's in a different order than how it's framed in the show for, I assume, just pacing concerns. And it happened a couple times in the books where like a conversation with Lakin that we got to see in the show uh didn't appear in full in the book. Whereas here we didn't get to see it at all, and I'm curious what the reason is for this. 13, 22, and 3. Yeah, I'm gonna jump back a little bit, make sure I understand. 1305. And 3, 2, 1, go. Is it the granny? I mean, she's old. Yeah, there's only one character. That makes sense. Gaoshin and Jinshi wanted to say she created this. That's what she's like, and not in like the affectionate way Jinshi would usually mean it. 1409 and 321 go. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Technically. Good God. Nice. No kidding. Ever? Probably. Nice. I actually really like learning this kind of thing. We already got a little bit of information in the previous episode, or the one before, actually. Yeah, the one before. About the reason for the location being chosen of the rear palace. Damn! This is. I mean, she clearly has a head on her shoulders, so I'm not surprised, but this is a damn good memory. The fact that Mau Mau figured out who she was talking about when she clearly don't pay a lot of attention to things that aren't medicine sometimes. Okay. Yeah, it's actually rather convenient, though. I mean, honestly, she was probably not unlike her current self back then, based just on that little bit we got. Because that happens with courtesans? I mean, it's, it's hard enough to know the it factor with currently active popular celebrities. Maybe you could dress like her, Jinshi. I don't really know how much shrinkage occurs in old age, but is that plausible? That much? Ah, wait. Let's talk about this. Yeah, Pyron? But you surely would have already thought of those three, right? No. Okay. Thank God. Thank God it's this. Yes. Surely you're not gonna go along with this. Insect time? Ooh. Is that Suiray's theme? I remember thinking she has some final boss music a while ago, so I'll be right back. The same. I don't yet know if that music is just the, hey, something big and dramatic is gonna happen, a la that Death Note theme, or if it is meant to be her theme. Obviously, she gonna be coming back into it. Surely it's not her in disguise. Something like that. I don't think. I don't think she's tall enough. But surely ooh, they like laying their threads. We had the long-term disguise last time. I wonder how much they're setting up with Lulan constantly changing outfits. I wouldn't doubt that a character that we're gonna get to know is someone significant that we already knew. Don't think it's her just because I don't think that it makes sense as yet. And not totally discounting that she straight up is Suirei, though, just because of that damn music. Let's go back to this. Hmm? Now I'm you. Oh, okay, okay. Is that Basin? Could be. And those are the mirrors. Mm. The mystery of the episode, of course, being what's going on with this tricky picture that Gaussian painted. Mm. We kind of abandoned ship on that one, so it'll come back into play for certain. It's nice when a mirror looks kind of right. But in this case, I think that Yinghua, I think is the purple haired one, is. We should be able to see her in the mirror here, and we can't. Wait, is she a vampire? Okay, but seriously though, mm, it might. Yeah, maybe the mirror is just at an angle. This doesn't matter. This isn't something that's gonna end up mattering. I just why does she look so much shorter here? I don't remember her name. The pale green one. Hmm. You're just considering someone getting replaced. I don't think it could plausibly be any of the girls in the Jade Pavilion just because they're all such outgoing, specifically characterized characters. Like unless the person that was the imposter was going for the full effect of perfectly mimicking them, but I don't see how that could possibly be done believably. I do think that's gonna happen, though, or it might have already happened. Maybe Fan Yang? I wouldn't totally discount that it's her. I thought it was a touch weird that she insisted on being in the room with Mao Mao and Gaoshin hardly being someone to not be trusted. Han Yang, not Fan Yang. It's difficult to say I would ever notice off of appearance. And personality's tough too. Just because outside of Mao Mao, there's so many characters that noticing small differences with a lot of characters is going to be tough. And it might even be not even be something I'm supposed to really be figuring out right now. Final boss music 2217. 3, 2, 1, go. God, if they come back in and say it really was lacking behind everything, I'm just gonna be just gobsmacked. I just can't handle that big of a reversal. Yeah. I want to watch another episode right now, but I will not for now. God damn it. God, I love this show so much. Yeah, they're doing the same thing they did in the first season, laying all the threads. Now that I know just the level of intricacy they went to last season for how everything came together over the course of quite a few episodes, I need that's what I need to do is I'm gonna start keeping notes of like the broad scope picture of things. Like the two things from this episode, for instance, would be uh the mirror, the story with not the story, the situation with Gaoshin and the two daughters and the father, who there's a little bit more to that, obviously. Insects are pretty obviously going to be coming into play. They keep bringing those up with relevance there. The various commodities that can cause miscarriages. Like, even if I can't figure it out because it's going to be too. I'm not going to figure it out. It'll be nice to have the list to reference when it all does come into play next time.